Part 1. White Clouds. Blue Sea Moon. The Goddess's Rite of Rebirth. As the sun grows stronger and the nights grow ever shorter, the Blue Sea Star returns to the sky once more. Believed to be the goddess's home, her followers look to the star and commence celebrations of her rebirth. On the grounds of Garreg Mach Monastery, a grand ceremony is held in honor of this much-anticipated event. Every true follower of the Church of Seiros is sure to be in attendance.
Alright, we received 4 kg from the Church of Seiros as funding for this month's activities. And it's Caspar's birthday, so here you go, Caspar, have some flowers. It would seem that Pedro would like to talk to me. Alright.
Professor, I am not understanding where the meaning is here. When and how is this expression used? I fell for it.
I fell ill, I fell in love. I fell in love?
No, that is what you say when you meet the mate of your soul. The expression is, I fell for it.
Oh, okay. Allow me to explain.
Thank you, Professor. I finally have understanding. Can I ask you about another word? The one that is written here. Is something on my face?
You're so enthusiastic. I admire you. Your cheeks are on your face. You're so enthusiastic.
I am without much time to study. I must use my time with wisdom. Is that really what you are thinking? Or maybe you have curiosity about the mark on my face.
The mark? I thought it was just makeup.
You are already knowing that I am from Brigid. This is a mark from Brigid. It is a prayer to the forest spirits, a prayer to be protected. Hunters ask the forest spirits to have safe and bountiful hunting. There are many spirits in Brigid. I have more marks on my arms and back. They are prayers for my family's health and triumph. Are you wanting to see them?
Why not? I would love to.
That gives me happiness. If there is ever the chance, you will see them. I have much gratitude for you, Professor. You always listen with patience. I can read and understand the language of Foglin, but to speak it, gives me difficulty. I hope I will keep having your support, and I will give you my support too, with my whole heart. I have things that I cannot fail to accomplish.
Then let us do our best.
Yes, we will keep walking forward.
Sylvain, what are you doing?
You think I'd cheat? On you, baby? Never. Come on. You should know me better than that. You're the only one for me. I swear. Hey, if you don't believe me, well... Oh, I get it. If I'm not your type, do you want me to introduce you to some other guys who have crests? They're all nobles, just like me.
What? That isn't why I'm... You're worse than I thought!
I just want you to be happy. You know, get what you're after. I hate seeing a girl cry, especially one as beautiful as you. So, you know, maybe we...
You're terrible, man.
So, Professor, do you enjoy spying on people? You look like you've got something to say, so say it.
You are a jerk.
Hey, that was between me and her, not you. But you know how it is. Most relationships, they end in heartbreak. Anyway, I don't know why she's so upset about me dating other girls. She didn't care before she found out, so why does she care now?
You really don't understand, do you?
I do hate seeing a girl cry.
Oh, do you? It doesn't seem that way.
I swear it's the truth. My heart's in a million pieces right now. It's just the worst.
Now all I got left is
Well,
Catherine,
I figured
Julia,
the best way to mend a
Anna.
broken heart is to head out on the town. Why don't you join me? Who knows? Maybe you'll find love. I mean, I know I will.
Ugh.
Calm down, it was only a joke. You've really got no sense of humor, you know that?
And that's your idea of a joke. You need to find a new joke book. It's not over yet.
So, our task for this moon is to patrol and guard the monastery, to help put a stop to that assassination plot. The knights will certainly have their hands full protecting Lady Rhea, and perhaps our enemy is counting on that.
I'd have to agree.
Please, elaborate.
Why would Lord Lonato be carrying around a secret note with an assassination plot written on it? Isn't it possible he hoped to monopolize everyone's attention with this alleged plot, in order to distract from his true aim?
Maybe they're after the treasure vault. There's also lots of valuable stuff in the library and Professor Hanneman's quarters.
True. The monastery undoubtedly houses many weapons that rival even the hero's relics.
Whatever their aim, we can't allow any harm to come to the ladies of the monastery. I mean, what would I do with my spare time?
You mean to say we should search the monastery, try to find what the enemy is truly after?
Yes. And we should be prepared to fight them as well, should it come to that. I wouldn't mind getting in some training, just in case.
A secret meeting, Professor? Oh, we haven't been introduced. I am Shamir.
Shamir is one of the Knights of Seros, and this young man here is...
I work for Lady Rhea, and I'm Shamir's apprentice. Oh, the name's Cyril.
You are for Rhea?
Yep, I help Lady Rhea with all kinds of stuff. I've got to protect Lady Rhea, so that's why I've got to learn all I can from Shamir.
Cyril adores Rhea. That aside, if you need anything, ask.
Dimitri wants to talk.
Perfect timing, Professor. If you don't mind, I have a favor I'd like to ask of you.
What is it?
It's in regard to sword training. Not for myself, but... well... to be honest, I've been teaching swordsmanship to the orphans at the monastery for a while now.
How did that come to be?
Some of them saw me sparring with the knights one day. They started pestering me to teach them. They were so earnest, I couldn't help but oblige. There's much I wish to show them, but due to my own studies and training, I'm afraid my time is rather limited. Which brings me to my favor. Your swordsmanship is unmatched. I hate to ask this of you, but would you consider lending me a hand?
You can count on me.
Thank you, truly. I am in your debt, and I always repay my debts, I'll have you know. All of these children lost their families and homes to war or illness. This may sound a bit arrogant, but I feel it's my responsibility to help them. I lost my parents without warning too. In that way, we're the same. In Dusker, I lost my father, stepmother, and closest friends. I didn't have many allies at the castle after that. In truth, I had only to do for companionship.
Is there no one else you can trust?
I once had people I could confide in. Family, friends, instructors, even the royal soldiers. But they were all taken away from me 4 years ago. Ah, but there were those outside the castle walls I was close to, such as Rodrigue.
Rodrigue?
Pardon my rudeness. I meant Lord Rodrigue. He is my father's old companion, and the father of Felix. On the occasions he would visit the capital, he'd take me out hunting or on long horse rides. While Dedu is like a brother to me, Rodrigue is more like a second father. It might sound ridiculous, but he's the kind of man I hope to become one day. Someone who helps others. Someone who can reach out and save a lost soul. Oh, please, accept my apologies for boring you with my life story. In any case, don't forget your promise, Professor. I'm counting on you.
Alright. Well, with that all out of the way, we can finally begin our day out in the monastery. Hello, I'm Jog, and welcome back to Fire Emblem Three Houses. This is my second attempt at doing this, because the first one didn't have any audio. So I'm doing this one again. First thing first, I want to go to the options. Go with general, because I want to turn the online factor off. Unless there's a call to keep them on, I think keeping them off is going to be fine. We also have a bunch of supports lined up, and I will deal with these probably at the end of the episode. First off, we can't do any Seminars, battles, or rest, so let's just go out and explore the monastery. Starting off with, right behind us, Sosis.
A hero's relic.
Do you know something?
However could I know something? Still, it is heavy on my mind. The stone within the sword. A glow of red. Oh, it is nothing.
Alright, so just like usual, we got the entire monastery to start exploring. However, we also have a bunch of quests, so why don't we actually get the quests started before we actually go out and about throughout the monastery, talking to people and finding out what's going on. We don't want to explore because there's a bunch of lost and found items out and about, such as this one. A confessional letter. A letter confessing offenses to the goddess. It probably belongs to someone who feels deeply repentant.
I've heard talk of students wandering the monastery late at night. They wouldn't happen to be from your class, would they? Please keep your students in line, Professor. Kids these days.
Kids will be kids. Anyways, first off, you, Ferdinand.
Fire to the stables to distract everyone, to cause a commotion. It is the oldest trick in the book, but I cannot shake the thought that our enemies may attempt it. I will stand guard and watch over the stable, and the knight's horses. They are truly magnificent.
Alright, so you have a quest for me. I apologize if you can hear the controller. I don't feel like trying to muffle it this time, just because of what happened. I made a dreadful mistake and ended up with 2 of the same tea set. Now I must gift one of these to someone who can appreciate its value. Could you help me find someone deserving of such a precious gift? Find a tea aficionado who is worthy of Ferdinand's tea set. When you give away the tea set, you can try to invite someone to a tea party. So yeah, that'll be a new thing that we can do out and about. That's the first thing out of the way. Does he actually have... Oh, Anna has something for us. Okay. I thought that was something else for a moment. I'm like, what? That doesn't seem right. Because that's the gift you give. Cetus.
Procuring some supplies for Flame.
Did you encounter any danger?
No. But do not concern yourself for my safety. I am very much stronger than I appear.
Alright, you have a quest?
I have something to ask of you.
A band of thieves has been raiding villages in the north of Fargus. Reports indicate that they have made an old tower their stronghold. Do you have any idea where it might be? Gather information about the thieves' hideout. You may find information in each region collected in the Knight's Hall. Which is absolutely fine, because that's where we're heading off next to go speak to our house leader. Dimitri!
If the enemy's aim lies elsewhere, we had better discern their true intent quickly. As I see it, our best option is to explore every inch of the monastery. We should also speak to everyone here. Let's plan to compare notes once you've got a lead.
Very well. So your quest is... We need to know the enemy's motive so we can adapt. Let's talk to the people around the monastery and see if we can learn anything that might lead us to a clue. Talk to the people in the monastery and figure out what the enemy's true aim. Alright, over this way we can find... The Thieves' Intel. A warning for anyone heading to Cornin Tower. It seems some thieves have made that tower their hideout. Over this way we got a gold earring. An earring featuring a traditional Duskar design. It probably belongs to someone from the Duskar region. Yes, this would be one of the rare items that only belongs to people if you belong to that school. This one would belong to Dedu. Anyways, Thomas!
I hear you have fought alongside Catherine. I would wager that her power exceeded your expectations.
Oh, she was a
Had
beast.
you the chance to witness her relic? Thunderbrand, glowing red.
Oh, yes, I did.
That glow is a sure sign that her blood contains a crest that harmonizes with that hero's relic.
Yes, that is something that goes with the story that only people who actually have a connection to a specific crest, or allowed to, or maybe more like the weapon will allow them to wield it. Well, we'll get into more details about that later on, I am pretty sure. Anyways, artificial flower, a bright red cloth formed from the shape of a rose. It belongs to someone who wears flashy clothes. That would be Lawrence.
Professor?
Caspar!
Oh, hey, Professor. I was just reading this letter from my father. Do you know him? He's a pretty big deal in the Empire. He only writes to ask how my training's going, or how many monsters I've killed. Stuff like that.
Alright, you have a quest for me.
Hey, I got a favor to ask.
Do you know about the fighting tournaments here at the monastery? I hear that you can get I hear anyone can get involved. Oh, I know. You and I should sign up, Professor. Fighting tournaments are held at the monastery to test what the students learned in their daily training. Speak to the tournament organizer at the training grounds to learn more. I shall accept. And as we head over... Well, we got Mercedes here. We can talk to you real quick.
The monastery holds many treasures. Maybe the enemy is after one of those? Even so, the idea of stealing from a church is just horrible.
Hey, Professor?
Also, I got some intel to get over here, so...
Do you know what this room is? It is the church's treasure vault. I say treasure, but I do not mean silver and gold and jewels. It mostly contains weapons, artifacts, and the like. Anything that would cause too great a stir, should it be stolen? No. The church knows better than to store anything too valuable in such an accessible location.
Okay, we technically have another quest to unlock, but that one can hold off right now. I want to go over this way because I want to see Petra.
Fighting to stop a murdering is my specialness. No, my specialty. I will show my best work.
Good for you. Would you like to join me for a mission? Ask Petra to help with this month's mission. Yes. So, I want to do that. And now, if I hit the right buttons, let's go over to the training grounds. Over this way real quick, we find a Thunderblade replica. It probably belongs to someone who's enthusiastic about training. That would be, not Ash. That would be Caspar, who we actually just met and wanted us to come over here. And a badge of graduation. A badge awarded for graduating from Garrick Mock Officers Academy. It belongs to someone who... It probably belongs to a graduate. Catherine. Anyways, I want to come over to you, because today is a sword tournament. So, over on the right-hand side, fighting tournaments begin this month. The current one will focus on sword skills, rely on allies who are proficient with swords. So, recommended level is 6 or higher, we can only use swords, we'll get 300 G for winning, alongside a steel sword plus. So we can see everybody on our class who is with us, alongside Petra, who I actually had joined with us. That's something to keep in mind, because our opponents right now are just Myrmidons and mercenaries. But later on, we'll get other students from other households to actually fight in these battles. So if, like, say Petra was in this one, I could, rather than fight her, because I'm like, oh man, like, maybe I can't fight Petra, I could take Petra out and then do it. And we could have Petra fight, or we can have Felix fight. I think I'm gonna have Felix take care of this, though, considering he's our student. And so we have 5 fights. So starting off with this, you can see Felix fighting off a Myrmidon. And quest activated, doing a 19 damage. Just slightly not enough, but oh well.
Next time, bring your friends.
So, after every fight, we'll get some cash out of this one, so prize money of 50. We move on to the next one. We can restore his health, but we're just gonna hold off for right now. Now, we have the chance to double, but I attack, do 15, then they attack. Now, if I have the chance to double, I would double this turn. So it would be, I go, they go, I go again, they go again, and then it essentially resets if no victor was set. So you only can double if you have the opportunity to double every other turn. Felix is getting his crest to activate a lot.
Another win.
Unfortunately, it's just shy of actually defeating his foes in one go. That was the quarterfinals. Let's use our healing for the semifinals.
Another win.
Oh, if you didn't quest didn't activate, we would have actually had a reset on that one. Could have shown that up. Oh well, we'll get that later on. Alright, the finals. We'll get the 100G for winning this fight. Good job, Felix. He didn't miss a single hit the entire time. And there we go. We got money for winning the fight, but now that he actually won it, we get the Steel Sword Plus and an extra 300G, I believe.
I'm glad.
I believe we get an extra 300G. I could be wrong on that one. Either way, that quest is complete. Hello there.
You're skilled. Why won't you battle me?
Sending an assassin to the monastery, Hopefully it's someone worth crossing blades with.
I hope so too. I hope we can avoid bloodshed, but I hope so too.
Seems we're cut from the same cloth.
No, you're bloodthirsty. You are straight up bloodthirsty. Either way, time to explore the monastery and start talking to people, starting off with Shamir right here.
You spend too much time roaming the monastery. If you're looking for something, try less aimless wandering.
I was just thinking about what the enemy's objective is.
Do you even know who the enemy is? You can't know why without knowing who. It's
Very
none of my
true.
business anyway. I'm just here to take care of enemies who get too close.
Alright, I will keep that in mind.
Right.
Alright, what do I find out here? Smithing Stone. 3 apple blend. Oh, back to items real quick. If you're with the Black Eagle House, you can find a noxious handkerchief in the training grounds for Hubert. Kinda like how I found that gold earring for the Dew. Owl Feather, alright. Benedetta, how you doing?
Hi. Right now is, well, right now's okay, I guess. If you, want to chat. A little.
Didn't I see you in the dining hall last night?
Hey, I get hungry sometimes. Like anyone else. What? Eating at night is bad for you? There's no way that's true. Wait, really?
I'm so worried.
It would be terrible if the greenhouse was targeted. The plants in here are incredibly valuable. This place contains the heart of Garrick Mock's 995-year history. So many beautiful flowers, plants that can save or end lives. They are all my precious children.
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Anyways, welcome to the greenhouse. Oh, so items change. Yes, because in my previous attempt, there was a green flower seed out here. Okay, I thought these were all the same. No, apparently even these items change around. Ugh. Let's do some gardening. And harvest. This also changed. I got 7 Angelica and 2 seeds. Last time I got like 6 and 1. That being said, let's do some double mixed herbs. Yeah, thank you for your time. 1 smithing stone and
The
Lawrence.
goddess's rite of rebirth is the most significant ritual for the Church of Seros. Could it be that someone has spread these rumors of an assassination plot merely with the intention to hinder the celebration?
Either way, I got 2 things for you. First off, I believe this is your artificial flower.
Most kind. Thank you for bringing this to...
And also, I have a gift for you. I believe that you would enjoy this elegant tea set.
How kind of you.
I will have to repay you sometime.
Thank you for your help, Professor. There's nothing quite like a tea party. So with that, you can now invite people to tea. You may now invite allies to tea for a chance to bond. It's possible to invite those outside your house too with a high enough support level.
Okay.
So yes, it's a way of trying to get to know the students better, increase morale, increase your support. We'll go fishing later on. Manuela.
Professor, I hope you're well. As for me, I had a date with a splendid specimen of a knight. But but now he's suddenly not in the mood to see me again. I blame all these rumors of a deathly figure showing up in town. Such an uproar must have, beyond reason, drawn his attention away from me.
Greeting, guardsmen!
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. The goddess's rite of rebirth is this month, right? The monastery gates will be thrown wide open on that day. I'll be working as a guide. I hope I get to guide some lovely ladies around.
Alright, if we go down here... I believe this place is now open? I believe this is... No, not you.
Come back soon.
I use bottle perfume, someone who likes fashion. That would be Hilda. Smithing stone. Okay, I could have sworn another place was open here. I'm confused on that one. Anyways, Anna!
Hey, Professor. How's it going? Making lots of coin? I'd love to catch up, but I'm super busy right now. Working. For money. You understand.
Yes, I do. Anyways, you have a quest for me. It seems there are some rare valuable secrets circulating on the battlefield. I'd like you to collect a number of those for me, should you have an opportunity to do so. So enemies in an auxiliary and quest battles are now in possession of valuable secrets of some kind. Steal or collect these valuable secrets, and you'll be rewarded. Alright. Also, as you saw right there, we can invite people to tea, but doing so will require some... It will require one of our activities for the day. You... Actually, I want to go to you real quick, because you have Iron Shield available to us. A little bit more weight than the simple leather shield, but for a little bit of extra defense. We also buy intermediate seals, which I think I want to buy... I'm going to buy all three, because we can only get so many at a time, so it might be nice to have these for later on. And I'm thinking I'll take one Iron Shield for Dedu. I think that'd be good for him. And maybe some Volanaries, but I'll hold off on that. Everything else I think we're good for right now, but I will also determine that when we get to an auxiliary battle next week.
Professor, while the investigation is important, don't forget to make time for your training. If we have to battle and cannot win, all will be lost. We don't know who our enemy is, so we must be prepared for anything.
Cetus, I got that intel for ya.
You have my thanks.
Conan Tower, yes. I suppose that would make a sensible bait for a group of thieves. Under this information to investigate the matter further, you have my thanks. Lindhart, why are you on the ground?
So sleepy. Too sleepy. I found an interesting book in the library. Got so caught up reading it, I forgot to sleep. Interesting discovery, though. The coffins of the 4 saints in the sanctum each have their crests carved into them. I'll need to find a way down there to get a look.
Well, don't do anything too stupid, especially when you're this exhausted. Annette!
I bought the ingredients for making some sweet treats I can't wait to eat. Huh? Oh, I know it looks like I'm fooling around, but I'm not. I'm preparing for potential battle during my patrol by making sure I have plenty of food I can eat while walking. Smart, huh?
Good thinking. Making patrol sweets.
Once they're ready, I promise to share some with you.
Alright, thank you.
That's,
Geralt!
What's the matter? You're running all over creation. Ah, you don't believe Lady Rhea is the real target, do you? Even so, the Knights have their orders. We can't abandon our duty to guard Lady Rhea. The goddess's rite of rebirth is an important event for the Church of Seros. They say it's the day when the goddess will return to walk among us. Not too likely, if you ask me. Best if you keep that to yourself.
I don't know, Dad. That could be some information, some dirt on ya.
Something in the monastery that someone might go after? There's so much here, I couldn't possibly name just one. Even this here kitchen contains precious wares, wine bottles from centuries past and the like. I hear that stuff is fancy, but not very drinkable. I doubt anyone would go to the trouble of stealing it.
I don't know. Don't put it past people. Some people will steal anything that's not nailed down to the floor. Anyway, it's time for the Head Chef Challenge. The Head Chef's mysterious specialty has been prepared just for you. Effects on hands for those who enjoy their favorite meal. Alright, who are we taking along? Well, let's go with Felix and Lycicia.
That looks appetizing.
Eating delicious food really takes my worries away.
Here we go. Felix got his morale up to max. We boosted up on, so all was well that ends well. And I believe with that... No. Huh. Okay, so something else was gonna happen.
I was thinking...
You were thinking?
Have you heard of the War of the Eagle and Lion? It was the battle that won the kingdom its independence from the Empire. Even the Church of Seiros had no choice but to recognize the courage of Lug, the King of Lions who emerged victorious. The Church awarded him a crown and the right to govern the Fargus region, backing him in his bid to found the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. In return, Lug agreed to make the Church of Seiros the religion of his territory, and permitted them to publicly proselytize across the kingdom. In the 400 years since, the Church and the Kingdom have continued to maintain very close relations.
Alright then. Let's go over to the classrooms real quick. It looks like we got some people to talk to. Like, what are these three planning?
There's been talk of an attempt on Rhea's life. We've been ordered to help the Knights patrol. Could that possibly mean that Rhea isn't beloved by everyone the world over?
Most likely.
It seems there were forces opposing the church, beyond Lord Lonato. I never thought such forces could exist in this world.
It makes sense that the church has enemies. We only know a small part of this world after all.
I suppose that may be true.
Okay, Marianne, I believe this is your confessional letter.
Yes, this is mine. Thank you for returning it.
Alright,
I
Lycicia.
don't know who's to blame for all this commotion, but it's frankly a huge inconvenience. With everyone stuck on guard duty, our study and training time has been drastically reduced.
Who do we got around the corner? That would be Dedu. Hello there.
The monks declined my offer of assistance. They said that no one from Dusker is to be trusted, especially now. Given the circumstances, I cannot fault them.
That's kind of awful. I'm sorry to hear that. I don't mean to be rude, but is this your gold earring?
That belongs to me. I apologize for the trouble.
Oh, no trouble. Do not worry. Do I have anything to gift you? I don't know what exactly you might like. A feather from a messenger owl can be used in a variety of ways. Appreciated by everyone. Oh, okay. How about this owl feather?
For me? Thank you.
Okay, great. That actually boosted his motivation up to 100, which I'm happy about. But it looks like we got some more to do over at the Black Eagles. Hello?
Is it true you got caught in the fighting?
Yes.
I'm so thankful you made it out alive. I don't know what we would do if we lost you.
Aw, that's so sweet of you to say. Edelgard!
Oh, have you been tasked with guarding the monastery as well? Such a stir over a single letter. But I suppose the Archbishop's safety is too important to risk.
Well, anyways, while we're out and about, there's an item right over here, if I can get around. A bag of tea leaves. A small bag containing... frog in my throat. Containing a variety of tea leaves. It probably belongs to someone who's interested in tea. That would be Ferdinand, who we actually got that extra tea set from. Hello there, Raphael.
I bet the enemy is using this assassination nonsense just to sneak in and raid the pantry. What do you think,
Is
Professor?
food all you ever think about? Well, because it's you, you may be right.
I'm right, all right. My animal instinct is telling me that the enemy is after our best meats.
Sylvain, what are you doing over here?
No classes on a festival day. I thought I'd get to spend all day relaxing in the company of some lovely ladies. But now this mess has happened. Hey, Professor, I know there's talk of an assassination attempt, but do you really think they'll do it on the day of the Rite of Rebirth? I feel like security would be looser some other time.
Perhaps, but it's
Is there
also
some
a
reason
lot of
why it
people
has to
there.
happen on that day?
Yes, honestly, there's a bunch of reasons to do it on that day. Part of it just to, like, spit in the eye of the church.
Did you know that on the last day of the rite, the monastery's open to the general public? It's kind of fun. It makes the place feel like a festival.
Alright. Is this your used bottle of perfume?
Oh, you found it! Thank you so much. You're a sweetheart.
Alright, what do we got over here? A secret ledger! Countless numbers are listed in this ledger. It probably belongs to someone deeply involved in commerce. That would be Anna. There's also something over this way, so let's go see what the... Oh, there's a couple of these big blue balls just showing up on the map. Let's see what they're all about. You're curious to know how Felix is doing.
I thought I heard someone. Are you here to train?
Yes.
Care to train with me? Waving the sword around alone is boring. And I'm tired of crossing swords with worthless opponents. But you seem like a worthy adversary.
You think I'm a worthy adversary?
I don't know for certain, but you seem skilled. I've always been interested in your technique. You learned from the former captain of the Knights of Seros, and traveled Fodlan fighting as a mercenary. Good sparring partners like you don't grow on trees. But know that I will beat you, and I will surpass your strength.
Why are you so focused on becoming stronger?
Why? I never really thought about that. I learned to thrust a sword before I learned to write my name. Of course, my upbringing wasn't unique. That's how it is for all children in my country. You're no use if you can't swing a sword, however mighty your crest may be. It was the perfect environment for me. I could live free of stodgy values and virtues. Grow strong so you may live, and live to grow stronger. That's what I was taught.
Guess you remind me of myself.
Now I'm intrigued by your fighting style.
Ah, I thought I would actually,
who you really
gain support
are.
with him.
But that's enough idle chatter. Take out your sword. My mind is emptied of all but the thrill of the challenge.
Okay, Vegeta, relax. So yes, this is just another way of getting support out and about. Oh, I missed you. Owl Feather, alright. You curious to know how Lysithea is doing?
Honestly, what do they all take me for? I'm fine. Perfectly and completely fine. It's hardly different from daytime. I'm not scared.
Hello there.
Ghost! Hang on. Professor? Is that you?
Don't you recognize me?
Well, good evening!
So, what are you doing?
Oh, I left something in the dining hall, so I'm on my way to fetch it. But you don't need to come with me or anything like that. I'm fine on my own. Really.
Alright, then I wasn't planning on it.
You weren't? Oh, apologies for making an assumption.
So you seem distressed.
Truth is, everyone I come across asks if I'd like some company. They all seem to think I'll be scared wandering alone at night. So rude and presumptuous, you know? I'm perfectly capable of being on my own.
Of course you are. And good evening, then.
Hey, Professor, wait! Well, I thought it might be nice to walk and talk together to the dining hall. Shall we? To be abundantly clear, this has nothing to do with my non-existent fear of ghosts.
I'd be happy to.
Oh, you must be bored. Fantastic, then. Do you mind, filling the void with some chatter? Some find silence to be a bit unsettling after all. Okay, I confess, I am scared of ghosts. The monastery is unnerving to me at night. So, can we talk about something, please? Anything. I've noticed for quite some time now, you treat all your students equally, don't you? You've never treated me differently simply because I'm younger than the others. And I've always appreciated that.
Wait, you're younger?
Isn't it rather obvious? I'm roughly 2 to 3 years younger than the rest of the class. Have you just not been paying close enough attention to those you teach?
I don't teach you!
More form for a professor. Oh, there! I found what I was looking for. Well, I'd better be on my way now. Good night!
She was scared walking alone, but she's fine going back up by herself. Alright. No, don't end the day. Why do I keep hitting all the wrong buttons? I do that every time. I swear I know the difference between right and left. I swear it. I swear.
Hey there.
To do? Wait, what? Really?
Did you want something?
Apparently you can sense my aura. Nothing particular.
I see. If you have the time, then please assist me. I am to water the flowers in the greenhouse.
Alright then.
Thank you. Only do not water the ones in that corner.
What kind of flowers are they?
They are from Dusker. They require a dry environment. The roots will rot otherwise.
They're beautiful. You seem to know a lot about them. They sound difficult to care for. Well, they're beautiful.
Yes, they are. I owe you a debt of gratitude.
How so?
In both the extracurricular activities here at the Academy and on the battlefield, your presence has been instrumental in the defense of His Highness. You have my sincerest thanks.
Simply doing my job. I only did what anyone would do. Think nothing of it.
To me, it is not nothing. Was there something else you wanted?
I'll go fish water. No, that's all.
Then please, excuse me.
He's difficult to hold a conversation with. So are you, buddy. You just stood there, just staring at him. Now I'm seeing? I thought I was seeing with him before. No, it's Dimitri. That's what I was thinking of. Okay. Okay, but so before I forget, Ferdinand! I got something to gift you. That would be a bag of tea leaves.
Oh, I was looking for this. Thank you so much.
Anna! Hello there! I believe that the secret ledger belongs to you. Do I give you a gift? I think I'm gonna hold off for right now. Catherine! Hello! Watch it!
You'd best keep your distance. In this nervous state, I might just cut you down.
I dare you to try.
Oh, come on, I'm only kidding.
Well, I think this graduation is yours.
Oh, this is mine. Thanks, I'm glad to have it back.
I don't know how you lost in the first place, but you're welcome. Oh, that monk has nothing new for us, so let's go see Lady Rhea.
Might you have come looking for me because you were worried about my safety?
Not, I mean, yes, I was worried.
I'm quite all right. But your concern means a great deal.
Unbelievable. What a terrifying story. However, an assassination attempt on Lady Rhea is doomed to fail. Pardon? You think the goal may be different than simple assassination? Intriguing. I suppose the priceless objects in this room could perhaps draw thieves. However, there's no one but me who could make use of them.
Okay, that's good to know. So your stuff is essentially, for lack of a better word, locked away to you. And hello there. To the infirmary, we find some wellness herbs. Herbs that aid with persistent headaches. They probably belong to an adult with a taste for liquor. Professor Manuel, I would assume. Leone! Have you heard, Professor?
Did you hear? A knight wielding a scythe is roaming around town at night. If he's a villain, I'd like to get the measure of him.
Yes, that guy. That will be something to deal with when the time comes, and, it's optional, and it is a fight to be told. A fight that may not be won. Alright, a couple things in the library. First off, a beginner's guide to fishing. An illustrated beginner's guide to the basics of fishing. It includes an in-depth description of the types of bait that are most appealing to different species of fish. It is an excellent source of for a fishing novice. Got the complete gardening guide, an illustrated beginner's guide to the basics of greenhouse gardening. It includes detailed descriptions of standard procedures and common pitfalls. It's the perfect book for anyone with a budding passion for gardening. I wish they would give us some information on actual gardening, like, oh, try combining this plant with that plant to get something. But no, it's just random little things.
That boy who assists the Archbishop. Cyril, I believe? I hear he's originally from a foreign land to the east called Almyra. I know he's still only a child, but I do wonder about his true intentions.
There are numerous books in this library that you cannot find anywhere else. But once you are here, you can read them easily enough. I doubt someone would go to the trouble of stealing one. Sometimes Seteth will dispose of books that are deemed inappropriate for the monastery, but that's about it. In a way, I suppose that makes those particular volumes more valuable, right?
Yes, because now they're no longer part of the church. Hello there, Cyril. What the heck are you doing all the way up here?
Excuse me, Professor? I just wanted to let you know that Lady Rhea is always real concerned with you. She expects great things, I think. Please don't let her down, okay?
I'll do my best.
I hope you're not just saying that.
Alright, I think that's everybody to talk to, but I believe I still have some items to give away. No, that's a lie. We still have the entire church to go through. And Hubert, how are you?
Can you imagine the Archbishop being murdered? I prefer not to consider such a gruesome scenario.
Of course not.
Awfully calm, aren't you? I wonder what it takes to rile you up.
Hello there. People don't understand.
People seem to think that all the Knights of Seros are equal, but that isn't quite so. There are many distinguishing ranks within the Order. For example, there are squires who are training to become knights, as well as full knights, like myself. Oh, and then we have the holy knights, such as Catherine. Those are the knights that can wield a hero's relic.
The goddess's home is in the sky. She lives on a bright and shining star. But in the spring, you can't see that star. That means she can't protect Fodlan. That's why we all celebrate the day when her star returns to the sky. That's the day of the rite of rebirth. See? See? I've been studying. I know just about everything.
Good for you, kid. Good for you, young squire. Keep up the good work.
Well, about 20 or so years ago, there was a big fire in Garreg Mach. On that day, Captain Gerald went missing. Everyone thought he was dead. It never occurred to me that he might actually have survived. The truly strange part is that in all those years, he hasn't changed a bit.
Oh, we got 3 notes today. Wow. Okay. If I told you I was searching for someone who might like to share a cup of tea with an elegant noble, whose name should come to mind. If there is also food, Raphael wouldn't say no. Ferdinand could be some good company. Dorothea might be interested. Ferdinand. He's a tea aficionado. I'm trying to hold back when swinging a weapon, but sometimes I misjudge my own strength. I broke so many weapons this way. Is there anything I can do to remedy this? Take care to repair weapons between training sessions. Use the sturdiest weapons money can buy. Accidents happen. Just find a new one when yours breaks. I would say 1 or 3. You like the one where it involves repairing the tools. Getting lucky on these. Everyone treats me like a child. Please do something about it. Things will improve if you act like an adult. There is no fighting it. You shouldn't feel pressure to act older than you are. Alright, she liked that one. I was not sure if she'd act like the one where it was like, try acting like an adult. Because she does try to act like an adult. Ignatz, aka Glasses, how are ya?
With the whole monastery preparing for the goddess's rite of rebirth this month, it feels like everyone's a little on edge.
Alright, well, how about we go for a little choir practice now then, shall we? Anna, and... where are you? Mercedes, I forgot my class, my students are up on top. Blech.
Singing is so much fun. Everyone should enjoy themselves while they're doing it. I hope this song reaches the goddess's ears.
There we go. More of a bond, some extra faith, and some experience. And I'm 25 away from my level up. My professor rank leveling up.
What?
Hey there, Ash. How are ya?
I can't stop thinking about Lonato. I'm sorry, Professor. I know this isn't the time, but I just can't get past it.
There's nothing that can be done, but pull yourself together.
Thank you. No matter what happens, I promise you I'll do my part. I checked on my brother and sister, who were living in Castle Gaspar. Thankfully, they're all right. I was worried because they're both so young, but the church in the castle town offered to take them in. That much, at least, is a big relief.
I'm happy for you, buddy. Again, I'm so sorry for your adopted father, but good to see you doing well. Lane, what are you doing out here?
Professor, I am afraid I have acted a bit childishly toward my brother recently. Given the circumstances, I requested that he provide me with some candies. Silly of me, really. The timing was improper, and I regret it very much now. Oh, but more importantly, this place is off limits, Professor. It is only open to the public on the day of the goddess's rite of rebirth.
Interesting.
Here's an idea.
We got a mysterious notebook. A notebook full of cheesy jokes and bad puns. Belongs to someone who likes telling jokes. Alois.
On the day of the rite, the monastery will be open to the public, including the Holy Mausoleum. The Holy Mausoleum is where the tomb of the divine Saros lies. There she slumbers, eternally. That's pretty much all that's in there. Just an ancient coffin. It's sealed with a powerful magic to protect against would-be grave robbers.
Interesting. Alright. Eloise, hello there.
Have you visited the Goddess Tower? It's a sacred place used for rituals and the like. In general, students aren't allowed entry. But as you'd expect, that rule just excites their curiosity. Some have even tried sneaking in. Well, at least for this month, that kind of behavior is totally unthinkable. We have a lot more security, what with the goddess's rite of rebirth coming up.
Say, so, this notebook.
Oh, this is mine. I thought it had vanished. Thanks, I owe you.
Alright, well, let's go over here real quick, because I can give... what's his name? I want to say Ash, but it's not Ash. I'm gonna give the one guy his Thunderbrand replica, not relica. Caspar, that's it.
Professor? Oh, hey, Professor. Do you know him? He only writes...
I believe this is yours.
Yeah, that's definitely mine. You really saved me with this. I owe you one, Professor.
Not a problem. Manuela, I think I got something for you.
Sir, as for me, I blame...
Those wellness herbs would be yours.
Wherever did this turn up? Thank you for getting it back to me.
Okay, so, literally right next door to where we are, I knew I forgot something. Greenhouse crops. detailed information about the different varieties of crops that have been successfully cultivated in the greenhouse. It is very informative. That was just enough experience to get me up from being a D+ professor to a C-rank professor. My supply of activity points for instructing and exploration has increased, which is great. The number of adjacents we can deploy has also increased, from 0 to 1. We will now receive more monthly funds for activities, and master classes can now be unlocked. Your recipe for cooking together has also expanded, yes. So adjacents. Once you reach Professor rank C, you can assign an adjacent to follow a unit into battle. The number of adjacents you can assign per battle increases with your professor level. Depending on the class, adjacents can provide one of 3 types of aid. Follow-up, which means that they can do a follow-up attack in combat. Guard, which can reduce damage. Or heal, which can occasionally heal the unit at the start of each turn. Adjacents are more effective at higher support levels. They get experience in battle, but do not lose weapon durability, and do not die if the host unit is defeated. So if you got a character that you want to build support with, this is a great way of doing it. Or if you just want a... you want to possibly be a support, or have somebody be a support character to another, not a bad one either. Like, oh man, like this person does great in battle, but they have low health. Maybe putting an adjacent healer with them to deal with their shortcomings to potentially get their health back. Granted, it also relies on support, but it's something to keep in mind. Or like, oh man, I mean, just a little bit more extra attack. Okay, then I'll have this person and like, okay, so I got Petra. I can have Petra come with me, so we can do extra attack, or I could say have Petra go with, Felix? No, what's his name? Yeah, Felix, and have both of those 2 swordsmen, or sword users, fighting together. Either way, the enemy's aim. We seem to narrow down some of the enemy's possible objectives. I wonder if our conjecture is correct. I suppose time will reveal all.
So, there is something that the Church values above all else. On the day of the rite, it will be open to the public. That will make gaining entry far easier than usual. You know the place of which I speak.
Oh yes, the dining hall! The Holy Mausoleum.
Yes, that is the most likely possibility. We do not know their objective, but there is a good chance that our enemy is planning to target the Holy Mausoleum.
Alright. All we got left now in terms of things to do is collect the secrets for Anna, but we can't do that until we actually get into a fight. And I got one last thing left, and... I say do the usual thing of talking to Lady Rhea for some more experience and faith.
Hey, you.
Then again, I could do it for somebody else. Let's get a little bit more faith. I think I want to get to a C rank in faith. Plus possibly getting whatever my specialty or hidden talent is would not be bad either. But yes, I believe with that we are done for this day. I don't think there's anything else left for us to do. I'm pretty sure I got all the gifts, so let's head on out. We will instruct, get to the end of the week, and then be... well, we'll do the supports and then end the video. Alright, we got 5 people that we can actually deal with, and a lot of my... actually, almost everybody except Anna is happy today, so who do we focus on? Oh, wait, is everybody level 5? Oh, I thought Mercedes did reach level 5. Okay, she must have just got it. I also should have done their ceremonies, or certifications. Okay, I'll start with the top, I guess. Dimitri. Let's get you into horseback riding. Oh, perfect, great job.
That was helpful.
Abundant talent has been unlocked. This unit now excels at the writing skill. Learned the ability Seal Movement.
I did not know I had such power.
That's what he got for his unique, and you have one. No, you don't have a budding talent, which is fine. You already have seen axes. I think I'll give you a little bit more hand-to-hand combat skill. Ah, you were so close. Alright, Felix. Good job. Oh, 2 perfects in a row. Wow. Alright, one more and you should get your budding talent unlocked. Alright, Ash. You'll find it odd you have a thing in lances, considering you're a bow user, but you're either doing very well today. Got E+.
So this is how it's... This...
Yeah, we should get a couple of them soon enough. And... yeah, why not? Let's get your lance skill up. Perfect. C rank in lances, Knight Kneeler.
Alright.
Alright, let's get you that little bit of reason.
What?
Hey! A budding talent. Unit has excel as a reading skill. Magic attack avoidance, plus 20.
I didn't know I could do that.
That's good. That's definitely useful. What else do we got? Group tasks. How about we do stable duty for Ingrid and Dimitri? And I think we'll leave everyone's goals as they are and move on.
Let me ask you something.
Alright, what's up? I've been trying to win the hearts of this girl, but none of the fancy gifts or sweet things I tell her have worked. Do you have any secret dating tricks I can do to win her heart? Stay away for a while so she'll start to miss you. Try having a deeper conversation with her. Clean up your act. He won't like that one. Try having a deeper conversation.
Yeah, okay. I see that.
Professor.
You want to go from sword and bow to focusing on sword to become a sword master. No, I'm gonna keep it where you are right now. Ash would like to speak with me. Okay.
Oh, shopping took longer than I thought. It's a good thing I had your help, Professor. Looks like we've got everything we came for. Time to head back to the monastery. To tell you the truth, I wasn't sure if the money that knight gave us would be enough. We managed to scrape by, though. I'm glad those shopkeepers were willing to strike a few bargains.
Well, thanks to your bartering skill. You're quite the shopper.
It's one of the few things I'm really good at. I've got a lot of experience living in the city. Money was tight for me, too. At least until Lenato adopted me into his family. Come to think of it, you were originally a mercenary, weren't you? I'm sure you've traveled all over Fodlan. That must have been a pretty different life from regular folks like me.
That's so difficult, actually. You're probably right.
You think so? But a mercenary's whole job is fighting, isn't it? Must be a pretty tough way to live.
It was pretty tough. It wasn't also so
I
bad.
believe you. I can imagine. Oh!
What is it?
I had no idea they sold this book around here. I haven't seen this one for ages.
Oh, what is that book?
Lug and the Maiden of Wind. It's a well-known tale of chivalry in Fargus. Lug is the King of Lions. This book is full of his exciting adventures. I've loved this since I was a kid. It was what got me learning to read. Give me that book!
What the?
Hey, creep. Don't touch the merch. What the? Somebody catch that thief. Cut him in half like my prices.
Please, calm down, ma'am.
You calm down, kid. If he gets away with that valuable merch, it'll be a huge loss for me.
Here, allow me to compensate you.
Wait, are you sure about that?
Huh? Are you serious, kid? I mean, no objections over here, but that sounds crazy.
Don't you worry. That thief will be paying me back just as soon as I catch him. Head on back to the monastery, Professor. I'll take care of everything here.
Probably should've gone with him, but oh well. It is Saint Caecilian Day is today. There will be a hymn to recite at the cathedral. Yes, we will participate. I see no reason not to. Actually, they do.
Singing
All right.
in tune with others proved quite difficult.
Am I doing all right? I hope I'm not too off.
Learn the magic of Nosferatu in Face Level 2.
I have much to learn.
Oh, it's also Flame's birthday. We can host a tea party, get flowers, or do nothing. Why don't we do the tea party to show that off? Host a tea party to bond with your allies. The charm stat of beliefs in the guest will increase too if you are a good host. Try picking a conversation topic that you think the guest will like. If they're having fun, they might choose topics of their own as well. Keep your guest happy and they will stay as long as you like. So we can give a couple different things. 3 apple blend, angelica tea, chamomile, or tea of the saints. So every student's going to have their own unique tastes. So let's go with this one.
I'm honored that you invited me. I am ever so grateful. Delicious.
Alright, so we got 3 options to talk about. You're doing great work, evaluating allies, plans for the future. You're doing great work. You like that one. Someone to look up to, exploring the monastery, favorite sweets. Exploring the monastery. They don't seem interested in this topic. No? Really? Fodlan's future, I heard some gossip. Equipment upkeep. Fodlan's future. Conversation got lively.
So soothing.
It was a nice tea time.
That tea was very delicious. Please take care, Professor.
So if you get all 3, I think you get a little bit more to it, but oh well. She did enjoy it. I think if you get all 3, maybe you get +1 to your charm, is how that works, but I could be mistaken.
We can handle it.
No problem at all.
Here's the result.
How'd it go? Alright. So close to level ups.
I get it.
Oh, but Anne got close count. Oh, that's if you're using a bow, though. Alright. Well, that is 1 week down with another week available to us, which will be an actual battle, but, I'm also going to be signing off right here, but first off, let's save, in case I fail any of these certifications, because we can always just, roll back to the cloth to try it again. I can always buy some more, beginner sales if need be. So, a Myrmidon or a soldier. Well, you're a lancer, so a soldier I feel like is more fitting. I know you're gonna pass anyway, so no worries about that. Let's give you a net. You'll be going to be a bishop, or a monk. Oh, I'm out of seals. Shoot. So I need 1, 2... So I need 1, 2, 3, 4. Thankfully, the marketplace will always have these available. And there goes a lot of my cash, unfortunately. Alright, to do. You can be a fighter with your axe skill.
Passed.
Surprised you got some resistance, considering that's so low. Anyways. Ash, I think you're also becoming a fighter with your bow skill. You could be a Myrmidon with your swords, but you're mostly a bow user right now, so... Mercedes, you can go to be a monk. The will balance. The monk uses magic for both offense and defense. You need faith or reason to be of D or higher.
I'm so glad I passed.
And last but certainly not least, Annette.
all thanks to hard work.
Alright, I believe that is now everybody that's at least in a beginner's class out of being a noble. Nobody can take intermediate yet, not until we get to level 10. But even that, you can actually see what you need. So for like mercenary, C or higher, thief, C or higher in swords, Orban Knight, Cavalier, Brigand, Archer, Brawler, Mage, Dark Mage, Priest, and I believe... Oh, yes. Dark Mage. A Dark Mage shadows enemies with high physical defense using Dark Magic. That is restricted to only male students. If we go over, we can see that the female students are missing that, but I believe they have everything else. But they also have Pegasus Knights, Priest, Mage, Archer, Brigand, Cavalier, Armor Knight, Thief, and Mercenary. Oh yeah, no, they have the Pegasus Knights, which is something these guys don't have. Which means there is a little bit something different that the guys have that they don't. Oh, the guys also have the Brawler class, that's right. Oh, you can also see that when you get to these classes, you can also get some class abilities. Such as a Thief having Steel and Lockpicking, or Cavalier having Canto, Bow range +1, Unarmed Combat, Fire Spell, Miasma, Heart Seeker, Heal, White Magic, yeah. But that's not until we get to at least level 10 or higher, so... let's just finish this off with supports, so otherwise, I am Jog signing off. So long, farewell, and until we meet again, have yourself a good one. Later.
Your Highness, the hour is late. May I ask where it is you're going?
I'm off to the library for a bit of research before I train. After that, a bath and bed.
Very well. I shall accompany you.
No. There's no need for that. I am a grown man, after all.
You sustained an injury during yesterday's training. My presence may be of use to you.
It was a mere bruise that will heal in no time. No need to fret over me, Dedu.
Are you dissatisfied with me, Your Highness? Please do not hesitate to correct me.
And there it is again.
Yes? What is it?
Well, you often choose to address me as Your Highness. When we first met, you used to call me by my name.
That was because I was unfamiliar with Fodlan's speech. Thinking back, such rude manners were inexcusable.
To be honest, I much preferred it. I feel more comfortable being addressed by my name, rather than with the honorifics that go along with being a prince.
But...
I did not teach you to read and write so that you know how to address me properly. And I brought you to the Academy as my friend, not a vassal.
But Your Highness, a vassal is precisely what I am.
So much has happened since we met, yet we cannot seem to bridge this gap. So be it. I give you leave to return to your quarters. Take an early night and reflect on what I've said. Please.
I couldn't possibly. I said I would accompany you, did I not?
True, but I would much prefer that we take steps to ease this mindset of yours.
At this time of year, the fish are fat. Simply grilling them will bring out their best flavor. Steaming them with herbs is delicious too.
Wow, you know a lot about this. I'm learning so much from you, Dedu. Were you a cook at the castle in Ferdiad?
No.
Did your family own an eatery of some kind?
No. My sister and I helped with cooking at home.
Wow, that's all? I thought I was confident about my skills, but next to you, I feel like an amateur. Hey, could you give me some advice about other kinds of meat besides fish?
Ash.
Yes, Dedu?
Why do you spend time with me?
We're friends, right? I just want to get to know you better. Is that so odd?
I am from Dusker.
So, look at me. I came from a life of poverty. I was lucky to even be let in here to study with all these high-class people. I think we have a lot in common.
Being poor and being from Dusker are two different things.
Oh, I know. But we can still be friends, can't we?
You are a peculiar person.
So I'm told.
Dear Goddess, please protect us.
Mercedes.
Oh, Dudu. Was there something you needed?
His Highness sent me to collect you.
I see. I'll be with you in just a moment. I'm almost finished here.
You were praying.
I was. Praying for everyone's safety, and praying for good desserts tonight, and that my next exam goes well.
The Fodlan goddess will accept prayers of any sort.
It's true. I've thought the same thing myself. That reminds me, Dudu. Weren't you born in Duskur?
Yes.
Do the people of Duskur pray to the goddess too?
Duskur had a very different view of religion.
Oh?
In Duskur, there were many gods. The sky had a god. The earth had a god. We made offerings to the war god for victory in battle. Held feasts for the sea god to calm the waves.
So your people prayed to different gods depending on what they needed?
Correct.
Your beliefs sound so different from ours. Tell me more.
Why? Duskur is a ruin.
Duskur may be gone, but you're still here. Would you tell me more about it the next time we meet?
If you insist.
Really? That would be great! I'm looking forward to hearing more soon.
Duskur is gone, but I'm still here.
Wow, Ash, training again? You're taking this whole knight thing pretty seriously.
It's just my daily training. Maybe you could stand to be a little more eager yourself? If I want to be a great knight, I've got no choice but to put the effort in.
No choice? I think you're making life too difficult. Knights don't have to be perfect. All I'm saying is, I've seen some pretty sloppy knights out there.
That's not going to be me. I'm going to be a proud knight, virtuous and gallant.
Virtuous and gallant? Are you kidding me? If you just ride around being virtuous, people will get fed up. They'll boot you out of town.
It's never wrong to have virtue, not even if it means being made an outcast.
Interesting idea. You think very highly of this whole virtue thing. Say, have there been any knights who became great just by thinking highly of themselves? Think on this. Knights are supposed to protect people and earn their admiration. Isn't that right?
Well, yes. So what are you saying I should do?
Seize people's hearts!
What do you mean?
You want people to love you? Offer them something they haven't got. Guess what that is? It's you, Ash. They don't have you. Get out there, buddy. Be valiant. Help people. Here, I'll show you how it works.
Sylvain, don't go bothering people.
Hey there, cutie. You seem to have lots of bags there. They must be heavy. My name's Sylvain. Let me help you out. Are these going in the warehouse?
Helping out those in need, I guess that's a good start.
No thanks necessary. It's been enough just to be able to talk to you. Well, if you insist. How about we go get some tea? It must be fate that we met like this. I'd like to get to know you.
Great knight, huh? More like a great philanderer. Seems like all he wants to do is flirt with women. No, I can't allow this. I have to stop him.
That shopping trip took longer than expected, didn't it, Mercy?
It truly did. You bought just about everything in the place.
You're so good at deciding the best thing to buy. I sort of wanted it all. I mean, not that I was excessive. I think you bought just about as much as I did.
Oh, really? The number of bags you're carrying says otherwise.
What? That's... Oh, fine. You got me. I was just having too much fun. I love shopping with you, Mercy.
It was fun. It's nice going into town without having to run errands for once.
Isn't it? And I'm pretty confident the professor will forgive our little detour. This actually reminds me of going to school in Ferdiad.
Me too. It almost feels like that time in our lives was a story from long ago.
So much has changed since then. Oh, but there's at least one thing that hasn't changed.
Me and you, right? We're the same old friends we always were.
That's just what I was about to say.
I've known you so long I can always guess.
Mercy, we'll stay friends like this forever, won't we?
Is something wrong? You sound worried.
Since our time in the capital, so much has happened. We've had to make new lives for ourselves, and we've seen at least as many hard times as good. If things keep changing like this, I wonder if we'll be able to stay the same people we are now.
I wonder that too. I don't think everything in the future will be perfect, but it's us. So I'm sure
we'll figure it out together, right?
How did you know what I was going to say?
Oh, Mercy, I can always guess what you're gonna say.
Oh, it's getting late. We better hurry back before the professor gets angry.
You're right. Run, Mercy!
What? Wait for me, Annie. You know I'm not as fast as you.
Run!
That was quite a sigh. What's wrong, Ingrid?
Tell me, Sylvain, what am I to you?
You're my friend. One of my oldest, in fact.
An old friend, is it? Then why must I clean up the casualties left behind by your skirt chasing?
Nobody asked you to do that. Heck, I thought you enjoyed it. Besides, you're real good at it. I'm excited to continue working with you.
Do you mean to imply you have no intention of acting a bit more respectably?
Please don't yell like that. Everybody's staring at us.
When you were 8, you came on to my sweet, sweet granny. My granny!
Come on! I was 8 and she was That was a long time ago.
Sylvain hit on Ingrid's grandmother? Wow.
People can hear you. Please be quiet.
When you were 10, we went to that harvest festival, and you started making eyes at a scarecrow.
A scarecrow?
Wait a second. That was just an accident. A tragic, tragic accident.
When you were 15, you sought, relentlessly might I add, to involve yourself with Lord Gwendol's daughter. Who do you suppose made peace with the furious Lord despite having nothing to do with it? Me. Me, always for you. Every time.
What a jerk. You know what? This conversation is over. I'm done.
My point is that this has to end. Not later, but now.
Fine. I promise I'll try to change. Are you happy now?
Hello, Felix. I see you're here to train as well.
Go away. Just looking at your face makes me want to retch.
With that mouth of yours, you grow more like your brother every day.
Shut up. And stop walking around on your hind legs. You're not fooling me.
I cannot fathom why you seem to hate me so.
Because I know what you really are. A beast, craving blood.
A beast craving blood, am I? I assume you're speaking of the events 2 years ago. Last time we met outside the academy?
I am. The way you suppressed that rebellion, it was ruthless slaughter, and you loved every second. I remember the way you killed your victims, how you watched them suffer. And your face, that expression, all the world's evil packed into it. That was our first battle. I remember it vividly. Oh, something wrong? Go ahead and deny it, you wild boar.
I deny nothing, Felix.
Well then. I suppose the Dimitri I once knew died during that slaughter in Dusker, along with my brother.
Perhaps you're right.
Hurry up and get out of my sight. I don't make a habit of talking to beasts.